Brian, and for the past few weeks, I've had the pleasure to work with Abinand. His project is the pet planter, and I'll let him explain that a little bit more. But one thing I noticed is that he really loved this project, and he told me that he actually works with plants with his mom back home, and that allowed him to have a lot of inspiration to add more than just his base project. So he had a ton of little modifications. Of course, I'll let him explain all of that. But that was my favorite memory, just seeing him being so inspired to work on this project. So give it up for Abinand.
Hello everybody, my name is Abinand. I am a student at Leland High School. I'm an incoming sophomore. My project is the interactive pet plan. So, as you can tell by Brian's speech, it was inspired by me and my mom. We're both interested in plants, and I just wanted to kickstart my biorobotics knowledge with this project. So, the plant I have here is the golden hackney. My mom regrettably donated it to my cause, but it focuses heavily on the software, as you can see by the display, but it also is really balanced with the hardware. The hardware inside is all Adafruit, or Adafruit provides these things called microcontrollers and sensors. There's the original sensor, part of the original design is the soil sensor, as you can see by that green tab right there. Now the soil sensor, it measures both moisture and temperature, and it's displayed at the bottom of the screen, 68 degrees Fahrenheit, and the moisture goes from 0 to 1,000. Regarding my modifications, I waterproofed the case. The back was open, and also I added this light sensor. Sorry, see, this is the light sensor. So the light sensor actually added two new types of data. It's the ambient light and UV light. So UV is what a plant needs in order to survive. It's the main type of light a plant needs to survive. And then your ambient light is your regular everyday light. Your visible is the LED or the visible light produced by the sun. When it comes to my third modification, I added an AI chatbot. So what this AI chatbot does is it essentially is a guide to answering all of your questions about your plants. You can ask it, how's my plant doing? What should I do about this specific plant? What should I do in order for this plant to thrive? And so the website I created displays both the status and the chat function that I was talking about before. So the status here, it gives you simple advice and the raw data of the 4 different types of data. The moisture, the temperature, the UV, and the ambient light. Now if we go to the AI chat, here. Okay, so the AI chat isn't working, but basically what you can do about the chat is you can tell it that my plant is giving these readings. What can you tell of it? What is it doing? And this is something called Adafruit IO. Adafruit IO is a dashboard where you can visualize all of your gauges. Here, the UV exposure is 0 because we're indoors. The ambient light is 984. That's basically like room light. Outside, it goes all the way up to 65,000. Our moisture is 993. It's in the red because it's over water, and the temperature is room temperature. It's perfectly fine. Adafruit IO also has this graphing function. The graphing function allows you to see the relationships between your data. The 2 graphs here is temperature and moisture, and then the other 2 graphs is UV and ambient light levels. Going back to the planter here, the main challenges I had with the planter is that this display right here only has one port for one device. So the 2 devices again are the light sensor and the soil sensor, and I could only have one plugged in at the same time. So what I needed is something called a multiplexer. A multiplexer is basically a device that allows you to plug multiple devices in to use the same data line to send it to the display here. Now what I did is that I switched between both of these data streams very rapidly to simulate simultaneous use. The reason I chose this project is because, again, I wanted to kickstart something in my biorobotics knowledge, but I wanted to bring my software skills to life in a physical representation. I had software skills before, but I didn't really have that many hardware skills, and I didn't know what to do with hardware. And so this project just allowed me to convey my ideas of software into hardware, and I feel like this is going to set up my future for my robotics career. Thank you.